Hey guys, Brian here from Retros PT. If you're over 30, you must be doing these 3 bicep exercises to get quick gains fast. All right, so if you're over 30, things are gonna be getting a lot harder, a lot tougher. You're gonna be recovering slower, which means you gotta pick your exercises carefully. We wanna stick to the basics, guys. Few exercises, doing them right, feeling good on your joints, and keeping things safe for the long haul. So a few exercises that we're gonna be going over today is gonna be for the biceps. All right, so fun muscle. I love training biceps. It feels great to get a good pump. But I do have a lot of guys come to me and ask me frequently, hey, I'm lacking, bicep strength, bicep growth. I can't get a good pump in my arms. So just keep in mind when you go through this, you have to make sure that you go back to the fundamentals. You have good form, you're using a medium to light weight. That's very important as well. And then you're doing controlled negatives or slower negatives on the way down with the bicep training. So guys, let's go over these 3 exercises I'm talking about for biceps that I believe is a must do in your routine in order to get fast and quick gains safely. The first one is gonna be your standard barbell curl. And with the straight bar, it's gonna work, in my opinion, a little bit better than the easy bar. The straight bar is gonna really help supinate your palms, push your palms up more towards the ceiling during the curl. And when this happens, you're gonna get a better bicep contraction in general on the way up. But keep in mind, you have to have the optimal width on your grip, or else things could feel kind of strange on your wrist. But the straight bar is a huge winner in my book. That's really gonna give you those quick arm gains that you're gonna be after. Once again, making sure that your form's good, pushing your elbows into the sides of your body, coming down with control. I like to slightly lean into the motion a little bit rather than leaning back. I find leaning into it a little bit is going to help isolate the arms more, get a better contraction. It is going to be a little bit harder to do it that way. But remember, we want to change the small things to make the exercise as hard as possible and the weight as heavy as possible, if that makes sense. You always don't need to increase the weight. You just got to modify some things, make the exercise harder, your gains will come faster. Second one here is going to be a hammer curl. Now, with the hammer curls, I like to do them a little bit different. I like to actually bring them in close towards the center of my body. It's not wrong to bring them up and down, straight forward and straight down. I just feel it a lot more in my brachialis muscle here and the outer thickness of my arms when I'm bringing them up close together, keeping both of those dumbbells vertical. Okay, same with this one, is I like to slightly lean into the motion a little bit to get the contraction. Abs are going to be engaged, abs are going to be tight, and it's going to help prevent momentum, help prevent that swinging. We don't want any of that. Okay, so second one, hammer curl towards the center, getting that good squeeze is going to be also a must in my book for the biceps. And last, guys, very simple one, you might see this one done in gym all the time, is going to be your preacher curl machine. You can do preacher curls with dumbbells, with easy bars, with straight bars, with the machine. But I find with the machine, you can really focus on the movement and the contraction and not have to worry about, moving around too much with those free weights. So the machine is good. You can kind of get into that angle to where you feel it the most. But make sure with any preacher curl that you're not going 100% of the way down. You don't want to extend out in that angle for the biceps. It's going to be very dangerous, high risk for injury and not much reward. Okay, so you want to stop short about 75–80%. Have a little pause at the bottom and then just focus on that squeeze and contraction on the way up. And once again, I like to slightly lean forward just a little bit on the preacher curls to, once again, it's just to emphasize my biceps doing more work and not trying to compensate other muscles to help out too much, okay? So you got to keep that in mind with the biceps, smaller muscle group, find ways to make the movement harder with less weight. Hope that makes sense. So that's the third one, guys, the preacher curl. All three of these are a must, in my opinion. You can do them all in one workout. You can cycle them in, bring the preacher curls out 1 month, bring a different exercise in, but always try to keep, that barbell or the hammer curl or preacher curl in the routine, at least when you're starting off, because the form is going to be easier and because it's going to be just best bang for the buck for the biceps, guys. Hope this helped. Let me know how your training's going. Keep training smart. Focus on the little details. Focus on your form. If you do need help, guys, with a program that's going to lay it all out for you, increase your confidence, build your muscle after 30, link in the description if you want to train with me. Custom personalized program, meal plan, custom workouts, everything you need, guys, to be successful on your fitness journey. Hope this helped, guys. Talk to you soon. Keep training smart. See you in the next video.